To go to school or not to go to school? That is the question. Where'd you learn that? In school. Oh, man, what are we doing to our kids? I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. To go to school or not to go to school. Follow us on all of our social media there. We have our, hold on, I got to get something here. Or maybe I don't have to get something. I can't find it. But anyhow, we have all the ways you can follow us on social media. You can text us on the show at any time. It's a live show. A couple of things we're going to go over. Now, I want to do this first. I'm not going to tell you who wrote this, okay? Because I know you don't watch the hashtag deep state corporate corrupt media. I know you don't. But we are supposedly alone on the world stage, and there's so many things that does not get reported. I want to put this up, and then I don't Google it. You know, that's one of the things I don't like about Google. You'll cheat. Well, you may not, but people could. Put up number 4. Okay. Number 4. That's why we are so appreciative of this reception. President Trump and, in effect, the forecast reception President Trump. And, in effect, the forecast failed. The forecasters failed. So many forecasts. Now, you remember when a weatherman couldn't get the storm pattern right, and the joke is the weatherman couldn't get it right, or woman or person delivering the weather, whatever's politically correct or gender correct, gender identity. Okay, these people are forecasting every day. They're not delivering news. They're news forecast. They forecast failure 24/7. So the forecast failed. Just think of how many forecasts there are out there. Like Joe Biden's leading. American people want Joe Biden. American people think Joe Biden would lead better during these tough economic times, right? We're not fighting. We're not fighting. We are friends, and we shall continue to be friends. Wonder who said that. Interesting. Okay. Take that down. So this morning, folks, do I know these people or what? If you're new to the show, on a daily basis, I break down the Democrats. I break down what they're doing. I break down the media, what direction they're going. And we expose the truth. It's just not being covered. Okay, let me say this. Programming note. Tomorrow we're at Sycamore Crossing. For all of you that have been waiting all week, let me just make a little highlight. Tomorrow we're at Sycamore Crossing, and the All-Star Political Panel will have a special segment tomorrow on Maxwell. She was arrested, Epstein. I hear they got a video on the prince. Those are some royal jewels that are squirming, right? I think they have a video. When they did the video with the prince, I'm sorry, folks. This is just me, man. If you can't take it, I'm sorry. When they did the video with the prince, Maxwell and Epstein, and they got him there with the little blonde, the one in the doorway. When they popped it out, I mean, how did they track it? Did they just say royal jewels? Sorry. I mean, some days I'm just in the 6th grade, and that's all. That's 6th grade humor. Oh, by the way, speaking of 6th grade humor, Donald Trump was double dog dared to sit in a room of 6th graders and breathe the same air. I mean, these people are mentally gone. 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 And most of these are your kids' school counselors. This can't get any better. I am shocked, okay? When you go into, I'm going to say, no matter where you're at this morning, all right? When you go into North Georgia, let's go to North Georgia, 9th Congressional District. Let's go there, 9th Congressional District. Now, the 9th Congressional District is the third most. This is the hope I have for your school system in the country. Now, wait a minute. We love teachers here. And there's a lot of administrators across the region that we do care for and like and think do a good job. But the bureaucracy, the behemoth that they're under with your children, okay, it's all about the money. Well, they can send Shake Shack money, but they can't send our schools money. The HEROES Act will have money for schools to open safely. Be careful with open safely. Open safely is an enormous amount of money they want to spend. That's what open safely means. Anyhow, where was I before I so rudely interrupted myself from my train of thought? Opening the schools, but in the 9th Congressional District, this is the third most Republican district in the United States. Third most in the entire, I think there's one in Kentucky and one in Texas. 1 and 2, one might be Texas, 2 Kentucky. Third most, not conservative, Republican. You got to be clear. Third most Republican district in the United States of America. And I will challenge you to get out there and look at your school systems and see how liberal your principals, your administrators. Have you noticed something? And I don't know. When you talk about reopening schools, have you noticed what they have done in the last 10 years? Okay. Now I want to challenge you to do something today. Hold on. Let me get a shot of coffee here. I want to challenge you to do something today. Look into your school systems and find out the last time the superintendent of schools, last time you had a superintendent of school that was from the county. They were born and raised there, okay? And they went to school there. They're from there, okay? Slowly but surely, all right? School systems are making sure, even in the rural counties of North Georgia, they're making sure that they start with the superintendent of schools and they find somebody not from your county. Not from your county, okay? Then that person starts to find the principal. Remember, the good old days of community schools, and you went to school and you knew the principal and, so on and so forth. Now, see what's happened. See how many school systems have gone outside the county, which is it's okay. It's okay. Hired a superintendent of schools for your schools. Hired a superintendent for your schools. Then the superintendent starts to hire and replace principals, vice principals, starts to put assistants in place that are not from that community. Slowly but surely, right? Check it out. Check it out. I don't even think you begin, and this is where I know these people, and don't get angry at me, I don't even think you begin to realize what you have turned over your kids to. The people you've turned your kids over to, I don't know that you really realize what's happening there, all right? Love teachers, love many of the administrators. Now, for example, okay, I'm going to give you an example, okay? Major fear with COVID, right? Major fear with COVID. We're talking about going back to school this morning, right? Number 67. Give me 67. Now, I told you this yesterday. Parents have had it. I believe parents have had it, okay? What are you doing to your kids? There's certain things, okay? I was talking to somebody yesterday, and one of the most exciting things, remember something as I say this. What may be important to somebody else may not be important to you, but it does not make it any less important to them. You understand? What may be important to somebody else may not be important to you, but does not make it any less important to somebody else. Whatever the biggest deal in your life is right now, for a 16-year-old, the biggest deal in their life is to get their parking pass at high school, put a sticker on their car that they got with their new driver's license, and get to drive back and forth to school. Now, that's a world of memories that never go away, okay? Never go away. Well, that's not a big deal. Kids will get over that. I'm just saying. What are we doing? That's one of the biggest deals in these kids' lives. They've waited forever to get to drive to school. When are you going to get serious about? I'm serious about stuff. Okay. Okay. The kids that go out, and I'm going to get into some things here in a minute. The kids that go out and fundraise like crazy, so that their band can raise enough money to go to the, California Rose Bowl parade and be one of the high school bands accepted to be in that, right? New Year's Day, Thanksgiving Day parades all over the United States. Out there raising money. The band is raising money, help send these kids to be in a parade. So some mom or dad, which is okay. Remember, what's important to some people may not be important to you, but it doesn't mean it's not mega big to them. So some mom and dad can look on TV and see the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade and their high school band getting into the judges circle or whatever, it's stopping and getting 8 seconds of airtime. There's my little Johnny. What are we doing to our kids? Now these kids are going and raising money. Oh, no, they're not raising money because businesses are turning them away and saying, will there be a football season this year? Are you sure will there be a parade? Right? Nobody's digging in. Donald Trump goes all the way past, okay? All of the bureaucratic bull, SH asterisk, asterisk, and he lands home right in your community, and that's what they can't take. Donald Trump is saying, you're going back to school. Oh, my God, he's going back to school. He's forcing governments. He's got to tell the governor, no school, no money. Oh, my God. Oh. Donald Trump reaches right down into your community, and he knows if the kids don't go back to school, the damage for generations to come we may not be able to repair or correct to the kids, the damage. He knows if the kids don't go back to school, mom and dad can't go back to work. The economic engine that we should have turning in this country, okay, is there 273 million people? 130,000 died. I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry. I know that upsets you, but 273 million people. Get serious. You realize more kids will contract. If you go back to school at full steam and you sit next to snotty-nosed Billy, there's a reason you call, I don't know why Billy's got to always be the guy, but there's a reason you call him snotty-nose or sniffles. Yo, sniffles. You always get the sniffles. Quit rubbing your nose and wiping it on your shirt. They're 6 years old. They're 7 years old. That's what they do, right? I mean, let me tell you something. If you do not have second graders sitting on the floor, packed together in reading time in a chair with a teacher reading to those kids, and they're just taking, I don't care, I'm going to get personal. I'll never forget reading time. Actually, I remember Charlotte's Web when it came out. 3rd grade, Mrs. Moore, our reading time out loud with our teacher. Hey, I know I'm 40 by now, but my memory's that good. I'll never forget Mrs. Moore's reading time, Charlotte's Web. And you lay there on the desk like that. What the hell are we doing to our kids? What are we doing? the damage we're not going to be able to repair. Right here, number 67, prom. Let me say this. You have more of a chance. You send the kids back to school, you let them sit together, ride the bus together, punch each other in the arm while nobody's looking, whatever the hell. And there's more chance that your school will need to be closed because of the flu than COVID-19 with the kids. There's more chance your kid's going to come home with a cold or the flu. Now, I have seen a stomach virus run through a school system where they close for 3 days. And I've seen that. I've seen, hey, this school system is going to be closed for 3 days. We have a rampant stomach virus running through. Boom. I get it. Okay. Or this system's going to be closed because of flu. I get it. Your kids stand more a chance of getting the flu over cold. Anyhow, here's the thing. The prom. All right. If I'm Donald Trump, okay? If I'm Donald Trump, can somebody get this to the Donald? Because if I'm Donald Trump in New Hampshire, I get off all the other bull SH asterisk. I get off some of that. I stand up in New Hampshire and I say, reelect me, and I will let your kids go back to school. I will make it to where your kids get to play baseball, football, softball, tennis, the whole entire works. I will make sure your band will be able to practice and will be able to compete in parades all across this country. I will make sure that you get to go to the senior prom, all right? And I will make sure that when you get your driver's license and you're all excited, there will be a school to drive to if you elect me. And mom and dad, get ready, because you're going to get ready to go to the stands and sit and watch little Johnny play football. And you're going to get ready to go to the stands so you can watch, wow, there's guy cheerleaders, but your young ladies in cheer competitions all across your states. I would do that immediately, because that's what the media can't take, is I see right through their bull, and he speaks straight down. Look, the prom. Now, I'm not knocking Gilmer High School this morning. It just happens to be a local high school, and they promised their kids a prom. The prom, I understand, was supposed to be outdoors on the football field. My understanding, outdoors, okay? But you can get a refund because 17 hours ago, they canceled the prom. They were going to hold the prom. We have been in constant communication with local authorities regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. And after much discussion and deliberation, what was the discussion about putting the prom on at the high school football field? That Donald Trump, the media is running stories that Donald Trump went to Omaha, not Omaha, he went to Oklahoma, Tulsa, and now there's a spike in cases 2 weeks later? Is that what they're doing? Is that what they watched? Huh. Did they watch the protesters and see a spike in cases? We have decided to cancel the prom Friday, July 10th. This decision was made with great amount of information pertaining to potential and confirmed cases in Gilmer County. Okay, yes, there are potential and there are many cases in Gilmer County. Yes, there is. Okay? Just saying, okay? The cases are on a continued rise due to recent events within the county, and our first and utmost concern is and always be the safety of our students and staff. Okay? You can get a refund. Now, I did not bring that up to knock Gilmer County High School for canceling the prom. I didn't do that. We have to move on. We have to move on. Now, as you get older, okay, maybe you don't care you went to senior prom or not, okay? Just, I don't want to go too far on that. Now, going back to school, we're going to get into going back to school in a minute when we come back. Look at number 84. Those are mail-in ballots. Number 84, mail-in ballots. Okay. And do you have 84? Okay, I got a text message. Do you not have 84? No, that's not it. Can you check for 84? I emailed. I think I emailed like at the last minute. I emailed this one. So can you let me know if you have 84 or not? Okay. If you don't, let me know so I can send it to you. Mail-in ballots. Okay. What are you telling me? All right. Got it. Okay. They told me 1 second that they're putting the picture in. It's almost like you say, hold your horses. So that's what they told me. Hold your horses, man. We're getting to it. Here's number 84. Ballots. You know where these ballots are stacked at? Mail-in ballots? New Jersey. Now, why would we in the North Georgia mountains here, why would the only online news network, online morning show in North Georgia want to show you stacks of ballots in New Jersey? There's a couple things here, okay? This is a state that went, the majority of this state went with what? Mail-in ballots. New Jersey, pay attention. Okay? The majority of New Jersey went in mail-in ballots, okay? And I'm going to go through here. I got it here, right here. I had it just a second ago. Mail-in ballots, New Jersey. Okay. Hang tight. I got one here. Where's it at? Give me number 49. Start going online and trying to find, today is Thursday, correct? It was Tuesday was New Jersey's primary. There's a couple reasons. Those are the ballots, I think, in Bergen County, New Jersey, in the floor. All right. Primary in New Jersey is Tuesday. Now, New Jersey is the most densely populated state per square mile in the United States, but it's still a small state. Mail-in ballots, because the communist governor of New Jersey will not allow them to be open to do basically anything. So the majority of the ballots cast in New Jersey were mail-in ballots. Okay. All right, you getting it? As of midnight last night, right here on the screen, only 39% had been counted. 39% as of midnight last night. Now, we are at Thursday. If you start looking at live election results, if you would text me and tell me what you find recently counted in New Jersey. It's Thursday. Have they finished counting? How are they declaring winners and losers? Will this be what it looks like the night of the election across this country? Will we vote on Tuesday, November 3rd and not know for 2-3 weeks? Will we have reports weeks and weeks after where ballots have been found in a warehouse? What will it be? Now, why is the other reason that New Jersey's not getting reported on the damn mainstream media? Why? Because we, the Republicans, I don't want to say, can we retract that? Can I erase that? I guess I can. It's live TV. The Republicans, I don't want no damn we on that, okay? But the Republicans in New Jersey, the Republicans have a great party in New Jersey right now that people are not paying attention to. The Republicans stand a chance of taking back the House, which the media will not let you know that the Republicans may take back the House. They focus in on races that they think they can flip. They can flip this race and they can flip that race. And they want to work on that. But they won't talk about some I think when you do your research today, because you know you have to do your research if you watch the show, I think there's four Democrat moderates who claim to be freshmen. I think they're freshmen, but I think there's four Democrat, moderate congressmen or women in New Jersey that actually told these people in the conservative districts in New Jersey, which, believe it or not, told these voters, if you send me, I'm a moderate Democrat. I will not back Nancy Pelosi. And that was that they ran on, many of them. They have Republican challengers in about four of these areas, that there's a pretty good chance that New Jersey alone could flip 4 seats. Where are you seeing that in the media anywhere? Go look it up. Flip 2, flip 3. Any flips at all in New Jersey. Hey, you from Jersey? I'm from Jersey. Hey, any flips at all in New Jersey is big news, but not on our news in America. They don't want you to know that the state of New Jersey. Yeah, I keep saying New Jersey because it's up there, next to Connecticut. And actually, it's close to damn Delaware. And it's right there. Exactly. New Jersey, ballots in the floor. Give me number 80. What is the number again? Don't say hold your horses. I know how you ladies get in there. You hold your horses there. Number 84, right? Ballots in the floor. Okay. Ballots in the floor in New Jersey, right? And then we have number 49. All right. As of midnight last night, only 39% counted, right? 39. Just saying. And I think when you do your research, 4 freshman Democrats that claim to be moderates, which now Republicans are running against, saying they voted with and agreed with Nancy Pelosi 98% of the time, are in trouble. Some of our biggest flippers could be right up there in New Jersey. That's right. And they don't want to talk about it. Just saying. I am so in the head of these damn Democrats today, and I'm going to show you this. Let me say this. Give me this again, number 4. And when we come back, we will tell you. Most of you have probably already Googled it and cheated. That's why we are so appreciative of this reception. President Trump, and in effect, the forecast failed. We are not fighting. We are friends, and we shall continue being friends. The forecasters failed. Take a break. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
As Georgia opens back up, it's time to come back to Days Chevrolet in Jasper with huge savings on the North Georgia Mountain's biggest selection of pre-owned vehicles. All makes, all models, all with low miles and a super low price. Or buy new and get 0% financing for 72 months on every single Silverado 1500 or Equinox at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done. Find new roads.
Hey, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. I sent you 2 new pictures if you'll put those in. And there we go. All the ways to follow us on social media. You could text me right there. And let's go with our other way to follow me on social media. And then July 17th, let's put this up while we're getting ready. I just want to make this announcement. Number 77. Okay. Upcoming debates for July 17th, sponsored by the Jackson County Republican Party. They will be broadcast live on fyntv.com right here where you're watching. At 6:30 will be the Georgia State Senate District 50 Republican runoff debate, and that will be against number 78. Put 78 up there. That's Stacey Hall, number 78, and 75. That's Bo Hatchett. Now go back to 77. And at 77. There you go. And at 8 p.m., the 9th Congressional District debate runoff between Matt Gertler, number 70, okay, and number 83, Andrew Clyde. And again, that will be July 17th right here on this network. That's one of the announcements I wanted to make. Now, yesterday, and I want to get into the schools a little deeper, and I want to get into the Democrats are in total panic. Democrats are in total panic mode. I've been telling you this for weeks. I bring you all the polling data that they want you to have. I bring you everything every day. You can trust me to bring you everything that they wish for you to know and believe to get you to think the Republicans are the ones that are fractured in this country. They spend so much time on the Lincoln Project. They spend so much time, that's hashtag deep state corporate corrupt media. They spend so much time / Democrat Party. I need to put the slash in there, DNC. There you go. The Lincoln Project. They put so much time into a super PAC group that were with George W. Bush, have gotten together raising money for Biden. They tell you that, but they will not tell you, and I have, that the Democrats are in total disarray. The reason they're having a virtual town hall is because they want to keep the crazies locked away. Would that be Joe Biden? Yes. Anyhow, so let me say this. I will grant you there's very little, if any, news. Now, if you don't watch this network, you don't watch Fox. I mean, Fox has been running this. I'll give that to them. If you don't listen to the others, would you know that the USMCA, right? U.S., Mexico, Canada agreement, the USMCA has gone into effect. Would you know this week that NAFTA is gone? The Bill Clinton NAFTA. Yeah, Bill Clinton NAFTA. The one that Biden really liked. The one that Barack Hussein Obama had a chance to get rid of, trade agreement. You name the trade agreement Barack Hussein Obama and Biden negotiated in any kind of positive way for this country. Any. Let's see, who put China into the World Trade Organization? Was that Bill Clinton? Look it up. So anyhow here, the USMCA went into effect. Now, Donald Trump, okay, they removed, what did they remove? They removed some of his stuff on YouTube, and they removed some of his stuff because when he came down the escalator, they censored, Facebook censored it, Twitter censored it, whatever. When he came down the escalator and announced he talked about Mexicans in a derogatory way, right? Think about this. Black Lives Matter. Not Latino. No. Not Latina, not Hispanics. Black Lives Matter. Why, on a daily basis in the reporting, has it gone all but silent on the Hispanic population in this country? Why? Now, the day, even the left, the day that DACA, okay, where Trump was trying to end DACA and the Supreme Court said no. Yes, I know the Little Sisters of the Poor won. I got it. But even when that happened, think about it seriously. How much time was focused on those kids with the media? How much airtime did they get? Right? Don't think they don't know it. Don't think the Hispanic population in this country does not know that they do not get airtime unless they are being used as needed. I mean, let me tell you something. The minorities in this country are all in little fire cases all through the hallway in the DNC headquarters. And they got the little, and they're behind glass. And they all say, break in case you need political capital emergency. Political capital emergency. Break in case you need it. So the Hispanics, think about it. Think about how much is being reported where Hispanics are concerned in this country right now. Are you concerned with their unemployment or black unemployment are you concerned with? I have not seen any data. It's out there. I know it is. But why is this affecting the black community? How come it's not affecting Hispanic community? Maybe the Hispanics are in some of these communities say, hey, I'm over here. Hey, Julio here. Jose, I have COVID. Nobody tell nobody I have COVID. Right? Was that racist? I don't give a rat's. I'm serious. No. Right? Then the caravans are coming. Political capital right there. Right? Trump shut down those caravans. Trump called the Mexican president, told him this is going to happen and that's going to happen. Okay? Number 86. Yesterday outside. Now I watched CNN and MSNBC. And I don't even know if they said anything about this. Number 86. That would happen to be the Mexican president and our president, Donald J. Trump. And number 87 is a signature there. They remember the signature, USMCA. So let's go back to number 86. And as we have 86 on the screen, I told you earlier, the Mexican president yesterday, you can read the entire transcript because they don't want to touch it. While the Mexican president was standing next to Donald Trump in front of our media that did not report this, okay, said, that's why we are so appreciative of this reception. President Trump, we're appreciative. And in effect, the forecasters failed. The forecasters failed. All right? Now, the only thing you're finding in the news is Donald Trump passes over, disparaging Mexican Americans and actually says something positive about them. Go listen to what the president said about the Mexican people yesterday with the Mexican president. Well, on the days you think he's not presidential, you don't report when he's presidential. The forecasters failed. We're not fighting. We are friends. The forecasters, we would be fighting. We're friends. A friend was with this guy. So what? I know. I hear through the camera. Hey, are you going to tell people that Biden's, bumbled through defund the police? Yes, we've seen the video. It'll be played all day. Okay, I got it. Are you going to tell people how Biden's just a bungler? Yes. Are you going to tell people that if you watch one of those Biden things in the basement, you can catch the little clips where they stop and edit out where he's stumbling? Yes, I got all that. Mexican president, okay? We're not fighting, we are friends, and we shall continue being friends. Just thought I would show that to you as the media is not highlighting it. Now, let's do the school closing, okay? Let's start a new segment. I told this audience, we're going to get to at 9 o'clock, we're going to do Democrats panic. And about 9:30, we are going to talk about COVID and the probate judge testing positive in Gilmer County at 9:30. Okay. So I've said when weeks on end, I just, look, they do an outstanding job in the studio. We just are not in position right now to timestamp things. I could go back and show you over and over. All right. Over and over. Where I said they would want you to buy new buses, where I said they would want to no more than 10 kids in the classroom. All right. So I want to play this video for you this morning. We're going to play the entire video, but as I play it, I'm going to stop and come back. And when I tell you to stop, just remember right where we're at. It's the Twitter video, and it's in the story. Teachers Union President dares Trump to sit in a classroom amid coronavirus and breathe that air. Let's start that video right there. Stop it when I say stop. Come back to me, but be prepared to go back to it. We're going to break the whole 5 minutes down.
But I mean, you're saying you can't open them safely unless you get all of this money. I mean, unless you see all of these things, your guidelines. And, you know, that's, as you point out, are public schools ready to open in September?
You can see why we are supporting Joe Biden over Donald Trump. Did you hear the word he didn't use? Safely. Safely. There's no one that wants their kids back with us more than teachers. Maybe their parents beat us out there, but we want to open it safely. We see what happens when they let bars open prematurely, and you saw those young adults in there in that nice little bar, and they went home and they infected everybody around them. This isn't a bar. We're talking about second graders. I had 39 sixth graders one year in my class. I double dog dare Donald Trump to sit in a class of 39 sixth graders and breathe that air.
Wait a minute. We cannot pass up. The president's been double dog dared. Can't gloss over double dog dared. Give me the video. I think I have it marked. Start at 31 seconds in or something like that, and then we go back to this one.
All of it. Oh, yeah? Yeah! Like double dog dare ya!
Now it was serious. A double dog dare. What else was left but a triple dare you? And finally, the coup de grace of all dares, the sinister triple dog dare.
I triple dog dare ya!
Schwartz created a slight breach of etiquette by skipping the triple dare and going right for the throat.
All right.
How fitting to have kids at recess with the double dog dare going down. And he went straight for the triple dog dare. He broke protocol or whatever, or etiquette. Dog dare etiquette or whatever. He went straight for the triple dog dare. I double dog dare the President of the United States of America to come and sit in a room full of sixth graders and breathe the air. Go back to that video, pick it up. Oh, by the way, open safely. Open safely. The memo out there is say safely. Every time you say open school, I don't care if you call your local administrators. Are you looking to open school? Yes, we're looking to open school safely. The word is out. Safely, baby. Bring us back to that video where she just finished her double dog dare of the president.
Sixth graders and breathe that air without any preparation for how we're going to bring our kids back safely.
You know, what I hear the president saying, as well as the education secretary, Betsy DeVos, is that they are outsourcing this to the states, to the local municipalities, to the schools, to the principals for how to do it. And what you're saying is that the NEA is insisting on these benchmarks before you can open schools. So let me put up the all hands on deck guidelines, as you call them. You'd have to equip schools with PPE, meaning the protective gear for teachers, et cetera. Deep clean schools using CDC-approved disinfectants. Classrooms should accommodate 6 feet of physical separation between students. I mean, as you say, in a class of 39, I'm not sure how you do that. Install hand washing stations, hand sanitizer stations, and then have more trained staff in trauma and emotional health for when the kids go back after all of this. And so who's going to pay Ms. Garcia, to retrofit schools for all of that?
You know, one of the things that we know is that when Shake Shack needed some money, the Congress joined hands, sang kumbaya, and threw money at businesses so they wouldn't have to lay people off. There is a bill sitting on Mitch McConnell's desk right now called the HEROES Act, passed by the House, that has billions of dollars dedicated to schools right now so we could do this right. Donald Trump said dead on arrival. He didn't have.
All right. HEROES Act. Okay. Dead on arrival, sitting there. Okay. NEA, the PPP, protective equipment. Okay. A deep cleaning. 6 foot separation. Now, this is a little comical, but it's comical truth. Okay. Play this right here. This is a little comical truth. This is what you'll enjoy this, okay? But it's funny, it's true. Go to Conservative Mama and play that video.
Yeah, I can't hear you either. What kind of mask is that? Hey, now when we go back into the school, you need to follow your arrow, okay? You know your mask is not a parachute. So don't put things in your mask. It goes on your face. And you don't go in her play circle. That's her play circle. That's your play circle. You stay in your play circle, okay? Everybody's in their own play circle. Yeah, your mask is not a napkin, okay? See, I can wipe down your desk if you need it wiped down. Just don't use your mask. Is it Jake? Yeah, Jake, it's not a slingshot. Okay, yeah, you don't. I need you 3 in the back to take your masks off of your head. They're not hats, okay? Yeah, it doesn't go on your chin. Okay, it goes over your nose. Not here, not like this, okay? Over like this. Can we do that? Can we? You can't touch his ball, okay? We're not sharing balls here. Nobody shares anybody's balls. Caitlin, you're not to share Sophia's mask. Yeah, we don't trade masks. Is it Brecklin? Okay, Brecklin, we don't chew on the mask. You don't need to chew it. It's not gum. No, we don't have gum. I don't have any gum. Don't lick your mask. No licking. Oh my gosh, no, you can take the mask off when you have your snack. Yeah, it's okay, just take it off. Your mask is not a purse. Your mask is not a basket. Okay, I need everybody to line up 6 feet apart, okay? This line's gonna go around the entire school. I need you to stop touching your mask. I know, I keep touching my mask too. We need to wash hands. Wash hands, everybody wash hands. You need to put your mask back on. You feel like you're gonna pass out? Okay, take the mask off. Let's get you some water. Don't color on your mask. No markers, no colors on the mask. No, your mask is not a Band-Aid. Do you need a Band-Aid? Let's not fling the mask. You don't need to fling it, okay? Yes, she does have a very pretty mask. It's not better than yours. Now I need to sanitize this. Where's the hand sanitizer? Anybody? Maybe next week we'll work on math or reading, English, history, science. Maybe next week.
You can find her on Twitter. She always does some great stuff. Conservative Mom. I had to give her a shout out. As silly as that sounds, get in your play circle. You see this, second graders? The play circle. You know what a play circle is? I'm going to come back and show you what a play circle is. Okay, I'm serious. Stay in your play circle. No, get the mask off your head back there. Wash your hands. No sharing the ball. Don't touch balls. I'm serious. And they are so ridiculous on opening up schools. Okay, opening up schools. Now, let's go back to the video we had up. And remember the HEROES package, right? They need money for trauma, emotional health, 6 foot separation, deep cleaning. Now, wait a minute. Before we go to that video, get it ready to go back right where we ended it. Remember this, okay? Your school systems, most of them, you know, I remember when we grew up and somebody heard waste not, want not, right? Or whatever, waste. Remember that? Remember when we had to worry about the damn starving kids in China? And now the damn starving kids in China, they're no longer starving and they're stealing our intellectual, property. Anyhow, hey, there's kids starving in the world. Get down those Brussels sprouts, Jack. Don't leave those 3 on the plate. Kids are starving. Remember when government waste was an issue? Remember when we found the wrench the Army spent or whatever, the toilet seat for $960,000, whatever. I'm making some, or the wrench for $312,000. Remember that? And we were going through bureaucratic waste. Remember when we cared about bureaucratic waste? Remember that? Do you realize do you get your power bill at home and say, damn, who's had all the lights on here? Right? Find out what you want before you open the refrigerator. Were you born in a barn? Shut the front door. You're letting all the cool air out. Right? Look at the power bill. Dad's got a freak on the power bill. Right? You realize your schools today are running air conditioning systems in all of them. You cannot turn them off. Now, you could set the timer for efficiency, energy efficiency. Maybe they're on 76. I don't know. But they're running. Your school systems have contracts. If you're not doing your cleaning internally in-house, a lot of schools have gone to custodial companies and have outsourced their cleaning. Do you realize how many times since school shut down? Take the day to go do an open records request. Somebody told me one time, you mean I can find this out? Yes, you can. Let me tell you what you can find out on your own. Go to your school and say, from March to July 8th or 9th, provide me a copy of every invoice, okay, of the janitorial company, custodial company, wherever. Give me a copy of every one of their invoices. All right. And make me a copy of the checks that they wrote. You have a right to that. Okay. Then let's go get March, April, May, and June. Say, hey, I would like March, April, May, and June, a copy of the custodial people that do the cleaning for the whole school system. I want their entire invoice. Break it down by school. Oh, yeah, break it down by school, okay? And give me a copy. And then say I would like a copy of, let's say I'd like a copy of last year. So let's go back to December. Give me December, January, February. And look at December, January, and February when your kids were in school. And look at March, April, May, and June. Just that bill alone. You realize you're still cleaning those schools. You realize you're cleaning those schools, emptying those trash cans, okay? Maybe not all of them. You're down there in the Performing Arts Center where you haven't done nothing in months. You're down there at the gymnasium where you can't hear the dribble of a basketball and done anything for months. But you still are under contract to sweep, mop, and wipe down everything. So as a custodial company, you've yet to get the contract because you're going to increase the price. Because you're getting ready to have the Board of Education say, would you please just give us a quote on a deep clean for school opening? And then, you want to talk about the money? That's what Donald Trump's talking about. It's a lot of money, folks. All right? Then they're going to say, well, the cleaning company is going to say, and hey, if I own the cleaning company, look, we're going to have to go up 10% because our cleaning products, the price of them have gone up recently. Plus, we've added on the super duper magic spray stuff that kills anything but your kid. Oh yeah, we got to have the super duper magic spray stuff. It must be in the contract. Yes, let's raise that up another $1,500 a month. Oh, we'll take that. It's just the taxpayers' money. Now, I'm not saying they all have that attitude, but it's just like, remember when there was some concern about bureaucratic waste? Remember that? Back in the old days, right? Let's go back to that video and play a little more.
And by the way, all of the funding sources for public schools, the tax base has fallen off a cliff. So we're not even talking about having what we had last year. They are already sending out pink slips. We could be laying off 1 million teachers, the janitors, the lunch ladies, the school secretary, the counselor, the school nurse. We need all hands on deck if we have any chance of doing this safely. But that's not what we're hearing from Donald Trump, that he's going to bully governors into prematurely opening unsafe schools. There is another.
Did it freeze up there? If it froze up, see if you can restart it. Did it freeze up? Because it looked like it was spinning and it froze up. If you can, if you got to take it back out, I understand. Okay, while they're trying to take that back out, pink slips, teachers, janitors, bully governors. We got to go back to school, folks. Bully governors. Are you really going to, are we able to get that back in? I'd just like to show the end of that if we could, but if it's spinning around and it froze up and there's a problem with that video, I understand. Just let me know. Okay. So anyhow, let me see what the message is.
Desk right now called the HEROES Act, passed by the House, that has billions of dollars dedicated to schools right now so we could do this right. Donald Trump said dead on arrival. He didn't have a plan. And by the way, all of the funding sources for public schools, the tax base has fallen off a cliff. So we're not even talking about having what we had last year. They are already sending out pink slips. We could be laying off 1 million teachers, the janitors, the lunch ladies, the school secretary, the counselor, the school nurse. We need all hands on deck if we have any chance of doing this safely. But that's not what we're hearing from Donald Trump, that he's going to bully governors into prematurely opening unsafe schools. There is another option. Open them safely.
But I mean, you're saying you can't open them safely unless you get all of this money. I mean, unless you see all of these things, your guidelines. And, you know, that's, as you point out, I mean, you've just spelled it out perfectly. That's going to be a very tall order. And so what do you say to parents who say, I would be willing to take the risk of not having my kids be 6 feet apart so that they could get back into school and I can go back to work and save our family's finances?
So let's not have false choices here. We have an unsafe school. Do we keep it closed? Do we open an unsafe school? No, you make it safe. And when you say, well, what if Mitch McConnell doesn't want to give you the money? What if Donald Trump isn't going to sign a bill? Then parents right now should be sending emails, phone calls. They should be closing down the White House operations, just saying, come on, you're saying that you could do this safely, but you don't want to? Why wouldn't you want to open a school safely? By the way, let's just take what it takes to open a restaurant safely. They'll come in and they'll say, you can open at 50% capacity. You've got to have cooks and waiters with masks. We need the testing. We need the tracing. We need the protective gear. And we could have it. We could have those things, except Mitch McConnell, the Senate, the president of the United States, is saying, why would I give you money? I don't have a problem giving it to Shake Shack, but a public school, not so much. And by the way, we've gotten very, very creative. Teachers are very creative about how we would space those kids. My 39 kids cannot be 6 feet apart in that room, but can I bring them in shifts? I'm going to need extra school buses because we can't stuff kids in the school buses either. Is there creative use of space, of portable classrooms out in the playground? A lot of people have been working a lot of times and saying, if we could get this, we could actually mitigate the danger. Nothing's 0% danger. I got coughed on by kids all the time. I caught their colds all the time. This time, a kid coughs, and maybe I take home coronavirus and somebody dies. That kid goes home, and that parent that wants to get back to work ends up in the hospital. We have to do this right. Doing it wrong should not be an option when we could do it right.
Folks, if you're new to the show, you're missing that. I tell you this every single day. I told you yesterday I picked it up, all right? They're going to claim that you're going to kill grandma. To open a school is the risk to take it home and someone dies. Now, someone dies is key. It's the dog whistle for them to run with the narrative you're going to kill grandma. I'm serious, okay? They want money, and they claim they're going to need money for extra buses. Are you getting ready to buy extra buses? Where are you getting the money for extra buses? Huh? I'm just wondering. I'm waiting to hear where you're getting the money for extra buses. You're going to run around on a 50-foot bus or whatever it is with air conditioning and everything and pay a driver and benefits to pick up 7 kids? 10 kids. All right. You're going to have 1 kid in every other seat. I can get 14 on my bus. What the hell? All right. Trailers. Who's putting the money in for the trailers that they want to bring in to put classrooms in, hire more teachers, and stagger students? Who's going to do that? We're going to put trailers all across this country for classroom trailers? That's going to be big, right? Who's going to do that with the money? Now, why is the NEA doing this? Why do they want the HEROES Act? They want the HEROES Act simply for the fact that they want the states to get money because who is struggling with pensions more than teacher pensions? Check out the unfunded teacher pensions across this country. Just saying. All right. Let me run through my back to school. I bet there'll be no back to school sales, right? Just saying. I made a note on that. Back to school sales. What was it? I thought it was pretty funny when I wrote it. Oh, are you waiting to see a commercial? Let's see. This is a joke. Can you get sued for a joke anymore? Let's see. Are you waiting to see the fall collection? You've watched the NBA. I'd like to do a commercial. You see, the NBA has approved the slogans for the back of their jerseys. We're painting Black Lives Matter on 5th Avenue in New York City, right? Wait for the fall collection, back to school from Target, school sales, Black Lives Matter fall collection. Let your kid go back to school, your little second grader, with their I Can't Breathe lunchbox. I can't say the company name. What are they trying to do to our kids? All right. So let's go through. No back to school sales. Are you restaurants? Restaurants are in a massive. So let me go through these really quick. And then we're going to go into what I was talking about yesterday with Joe Biden and who's running the Democrat Party. All right. Give me number. Hold on. I'll get to it in a minute. And this goes together. While they're the back to school with the coronavirus, all right. Number 21 on back to school. Okay, number 21. New York Times, President Trump visa rules seen as way to pressure colleges on reopening. Look, all right, these bureaucratic behemoths that we've turned into major cities and these state universities and colleges across this country, I think it's about 4 billion. It might be about 4 billion a year that come into this country from foreign countries so they could send kids in to, you know, double as spies and take, you know, classes. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just saying, all right, foreign students. Let me tell you something. You are here physically. Get this stuff correct. You're here physically so you could get your ass out of bed in the morning, grab your books, okay? Go over to a classroom, sit in the classroom, and physically listen and take a test, take notes, and hear a lecture. And then after that, you could use your student visa to do an underground job, not pay taxes, and take that away from an American. That being Hispanic, white, black, whatever. So if your school is not having physical classes that you need to be here for, you could actually take those classes. Why are we going to give some student visas anymore? You could actually take those classes from home maybe, or you don't need to be here anymore. So if you're here on a student visa, you have to go home, or the schools need to open so you can go to class. Number 24, their heads are spinning. Yes, I can just hear it. I do know Attorney General Barr has made statements. I got it. Number 24, Trump vows to pressure governors to reopen schools in the fall. You see, they cannot run on Joe Biden. They can't. They can't run on Joe Biden. They figured out, let me just say this. I'm not saying the polling data is correct, but you remember months ago when they were running Trump against just a fictional Democrat, and the fictional Democrat wins? That's what they're going with. Yeah, whether you realize, they're going with the fictional Democrat. They want to create the hate and anger and division in this country so that you will go vote for the fictional Democrat, not Joe Biden. They're not prepping you to go vote for Joe Biden. Anyhow, okay. Number 30, administration pushing for schools to reopen this fall. Number 30. Number 31, Pence suggests positive test rates are flattening. Maybe that could be why they're wanting you to go back to school. Number 34, Trump attacks CDC school reopening guidelines as too tough. We played you conservative mama. I disagree with CDC Gov on their very tough and expensive guidelines. You're going to buy buses for opening schools while they want them open. They are asking schools to do very impractical things. I will be meeting with them. Okay. Number 35. Their heads are coming off this morning. They're exploding because this is part of the game plan to elect Joe Biden. Number 35, they don't tell you the story about New Jersey. I told you that earlier. In Germany, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and many other countries, schools are open with no problem. The Dems think it would be bad for them politically if U.S. schools open before the November election, but is important for the children and families, may cut off funding if not open. Now, I am not advocating, okay? I am not advocating, let's see how to do this. I'm not advocating more stimulus. But if they're going to get up there and they're going to decide they're going to send out the next round of welfare checks to the American people, call them back to school shopping checks. That's right. That's right. Back to school shopping checks. Yeah. Go back to school. I'm sending you $1,200. Go get your little kittens some mittens and send them to school. Back to school checks if you're going to do that, okay? May cut off funding if not open. Yes, he can cut off funding. Number 36, Trump attacks CDC school reopening guidelines as too tough. I disagree with them, all right? Here's another one. Here she is. I just like to show you they run these things for hours on end. 37. Too tough, man. 38, school reopening battle. Why are we having a school reopening battle? Okay. I told you the key word, right? They want you to, what was that? I just had it here. Parents. What would you tell parents? Open unsafe schools? No, make it safe. You know, open unsafe schools. Here's number 38, Betsy DeVos. She is the, I think I already have that, the battle. Here's where we're going. Ready? Ready? When are you going to put a stop to this? You can put a stop to this. These damn people work for you. You go and see 55,000 Black Lives Matter lunatics. Let me tell you something. You go to a school board meeting and you show up in that room with 300 people and you tell them our kids are going back to school and they're going to play football and they're going to go to practice. Why are we letting 2% of the people control 98%? Here it is, number 39. Ohio State pauses voluntary workouts after testing. Well, many of you could care less if Ohio State even plays this year, but there you go. Ready? Number 40. Number 40, Ivy League won't play football or any fall sports in 2020. First division conference to suspend all fall sports. Now, I know you look forward to Yale's football team every year, but it ain't happening. Number 41, first division conference to suspend all sports. How about this one? Oh, yeah, you're waiting for college and high school football, right? Number 42, UNC shuts down workouts after positive COVID-19 test. 37 athletes and athletic department staff members have tested positive. All right, let me see if I can get. Let me get a little more on school closing if I have anything. This is MSNBC. What I do is I show you, you may say, well, that's the same thing you had up there a minute ago, but no, I show you this just to show CNN, MSNBC, they're all going down the same direction of their manipulation and mind control of the country. Number 21, okay, right there, MSNBC. Number 52, New York City, Mayor de Blasio. New York City, 52, set a stagger classes in the fall. Stagger classes. 53, New York City will not fully open this fall. Number 54, New York Times, Trump threatens to cut off schools. Don't reopen. Washington Post, number 55 this morning, Trump pushes and threatens in bid to fully reopen schools. Number 56, Mayor de Blasio. Okay. 1.1 million NYC public school students. Do you realize how many poor kids in America, in New York City, that's all they have is to go to school? Do you realize when they go home, how many poor kids in these cities that are run by Democrats, the only escape they have from the evils and the fears they have at home with moms and dads and drugs surrounding them is to go to the school is the safest place. When this lady, Serenity now, when this lady says, what do you tell parents? Open unsafe schools? No, make it safe. What do you tell those little poor kids that are being left behind? What do you tell them little poor kids that the only place they feel safe is at school? I'm serious. Well, I don't think my little Johnny feels safe at school. It's safe at our home. Listen, listen, people, say it nicely. There are poor people in the world, and they live in these nasty inner cities that Democrats have created, okay, for safe havens, for criminals, gangs, illegals, pedophiles, you name it. Nice safe haven that Democrats created, all the above. And our children, a little 7-year-old black girl that wants to sit on the stoop and read a book and not get shot by a gang, the only place that little black girl, 7-year-old black girl, feels safe sometimes maybe is in school. And this piece of garbage, number 56. Do you know what we are doing to our children, folks? Do you know the poor kids that don't have moms and dads, that they're not home, they're not involved parents to begin with? We never look at the problem, okay? It's money, money, money. And that, I'm going to say white lady, that white lady there for, we need money, 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 money. It's sitting on Mitch McConnell's desk. Nobody's talking about these kids that we are leaving behind, the poor kids that don't have computers, or the poor kids that only have one computer, or the libraries that are not open for the poor kids to do their homework on computers. Don't get me started. This is so BS. What they're doing to our children is a disgrace. All right, let's see. PPP. Personal protective gear, equipment, right? Well, if the schools need it, number 57, and you can start running stories that there's a grave shortage of protective gear, flare again as COVID cases surge, then how can you open the schools? Would that be taking the protective gear away from the hospitals, the doctors, the first responders, the heroes? Hang tight. Couple more. Let's see what I got here. I am almost saying things. I'm wanting to say so many things I just want to say. All right, let's take a break. We're going to come back. I'm done with the school opening. Let's take a break and come back. I'm going to show you why we know the Democrats are in disarray, and what I've been talking to. I'm so excited to be able to report this because the polling data is lies out there, folks, and Democrats are in panic. They are in panic mode, okay? And they're using the media to make it look and sound like everything's okay, and they got big problems. Take us to break.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
As Georgia opens back up, it's time to come back to Day Chevrolet in Jasper. With huge savings on the North Georgia Mountain's biggest selection of pre-owned vehicles. All makes, all models, all with low miles and a super low price. Or buy new and get 0% financing for 72 months on every single Silverado 1500 or Equinox at Day Chevrolet in Jasper. Find new roads.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. We've got to do this segment. If it's the last thing we do on earth, we've got to do this segment. Then we're going to do a run through. Now, every day I tell you, we are in the Democrats' head. Okay. We're in there. We know what's going on. And on a daily basis, we talk about, we have discussed their virtual reason for their virtual convention. We've talked about why it's better for them if you can't remember on a daily basis, not Joe Biden and his dementia. It's better if you can't remember on a daily basis who the Democrat presumptive nominee is. Okay? The news did not tell you that big win. It was very, very, they didn't tell you that Biden had big wins in New Jersey and Delaware the other night. Okay? They don't talk about Biden no more than they have to unless they could grab a soundbite that makes Trump look bad just to let you know Biden is still there. That being said, we have been following on this show how long? We know that Black Lives Matter have been organized for a long time. We know that the riots and the tearing down of the monuments and the Green New Deal, okay, and Medicare for all, we know it's all one big umbrella and one big socialized dream of AOC and some of her friends. We know that, right? Okay. We played yesterday Omar's clip on how proud they are and happy they are to what? Endorse Joe Biden because of the movement. Endorse Bernie Sanders because of the movement. I'm going to say we're close to the only ones that have been working on and showing you what's happening in elections. Remember a couple weeks ago, we talked about the North Carolina primary, and we looked at how Asheville, North Carolina, is a hot spot, no pun intended, all you COVID-19 followers out there, religious followers. But we've showed you Asheville being a hot spot for Bernie Sanders voters. What will this result in? What will happen? Okay. Now, the one problem they have from last time is the percentage of Bernie Sanders voters that would not come out and vote for Hillary Clinton. Okay? Now pay attention to this, because this teeters on a fraction of maybe I know what I'm talking about. All right? Remember last time the Sanders campaign, because Hillary didn't have to contend with the AOC or the squad, Rashad or whatever her name is. And she didn't have to, Omar and the black lady up in Boston. She didn't have to contend, the black lady wants reparations. She didn't have to contend with that at the convention. Now, Hillary lost, okay? Hillary Clinton lost. And I hate to say to give her credit, but the one thing I will say, when she went to the Democrat National Convention last time, she will slap your ass down. I don't care if you are a former bartender from Queens or wherever you're from, you silly little kid. Hillary slap your ass down, okay? Joe can't slap nobody's ass down. Man, I'm up there, Sonny. Hold on, let me get my teeth in. No. Now, all the physical health and all the things that were said about Hillary, I get it. But when it comes to all Hillary has to say is, don't make me call somebody. Don't make me do it. Okay? You sit your ass down, shut up, or I push go. Well, we all know what that means. So the last time, 2016, Sanders folks did not go over and vote for Hillary. They didn't get excited. They didn't campaign for her. So Bernie says, we may not win this time. I know I'm just a poor Jew from Brooklyn. We may not win. was shaking his hands so he may not, flailing in the air. Bernie had a heart attack. Wonder how he's doing. Remember that? Bernie was out at Mount Rushmore. So anyhow, Bernie's people, when he suspended his campaign and threw his support behind Joe, there was a deal in the working. What do I tell you every day? So first of all, I asked this question. Now, if you're one, first of all, for those out there that have sent me a message, ask me how I'm feeling. Don't you see I'm back in the game here? Monday, folks, I almost called it in. I almost called it in and said, I almost came on the air Monday and said, I'm sorry, and I'll see you later. But I pushed through to 2 hours. Now I'm up to, is today Thursday? I'm ready to go. All right, anyhow. So I make calls. Oh, for those that asked, I'm okay. I make calls throughout the day. Give me number 85. I talk to everybody. I find a Democrat that'll take my phone call, I call them. I find a Democrat that's real hot and heavy for Bernie Sanders, I say hello. So this is Rick Day. Rick Day is the opponent of David Ralston in the 7th State District here. And I asked him, and he addressed me directly. BKP, the question you asked me the other day about why are voters still turning out for Sanders? Asked, answered. Democrat task force sent Biden a progressive policy roadmap. Now, for all of those who've gotten upset that think that Biden will be next president, I mean, not if elected, he still won't be president, okay? Here is what happened. So give me number 47. 47. General election matchup, 6 key battleground states among Sanders' primary supporters, right? 87% are going to go for Joe Biden, 4% for Donald Trump. See, 87 and 4 would be 91. I don't know who the other 9, right? Would that be the math? I mean, just saying. I did math in the 70s. I didn't have Common Core. Among Sanders' primary supporters in 6 battleground states, 87% are going to go for Joe Biden. Now, if Bernie Sanders supporters really go for Joe Biden, and the Bernie Sanders supporters are actually going to be running, that means Black Lives Matter, the whole group of the whack jobs are going to be running that side of the party. What 3% that they gain in votes, are they going to lose 7 or 8 from the rational people that have to go out and make a living? So let's go to the next one. All right. Here is 48. Among Elizabeth Warren's supporters, 96 are going to go for Joe Biden. All right. Now, why is that polling important? Now, who shows you this? Okay. Give me number 50. Right? 1,200. Right now, because New Jersey is not in, and there's Puerto Rico, Louisiana. Who else? Louisiana, Puerto Rico, Connecticut, right? But between Bernie, Elizabeth, the boy that dreamed of being king, Peter Pan Buttigieg, there's over 1,200 delegates. That's right. What do I keep telling you? We're the only ones here. Others may, that we have focused on watching the actual primaries during COVID-19, that nobody's talking about the Bernie Sanders people getting delegates, racking up power, okay? So I want to play this video, all right? And it's going to take a couple minutes, but I think in what we are studying together here, it's important to see. It's called Advocating for the Green New Deal on Biden-Sanders Task Force. Okay? So look, the Biden, this went out May 20th, the task force. Give me number 85, right? This was May 20th. This is July 9th. What does that say at the bottom? Democrat task forces send Biden a progressive policy roadmap. Play that video, pay attention to keywords in there, and what the task force has been up to.
The stakes of this election are really crystal clear to me. When we say we have 10 years to transform our society and our economy to stop the climate crisis, we really mean it. Our mission was greater than any single candidate or moment, and I was honored and proud to stand alongside Bernie Sanders when our movement endorsed his candidacy. Now, I'm humbled that Bernie has endorsed me to carry on the fight for our shared agenda as part of this task force. He's fought to give our movement and young people a seat at the table, and I will accept it. None of this would have been possible without the organizing and power that youth climate justice movements and allies have built over the last several years. A year and a half ago, our movement was joined by then Representative-elect Ocasio-Cortez in Nancy Pelosi's office, demanding that Democrats develop a solution that is at the scale of the climate crisis. Now, together, Representative Ocasio-Cortez and I will be helping write the Democratic platform on climate. Our nomination on this task force shows that Joe Biden and his campaign are beginning to take very seriously that power and the significance of young people within the Democratic Party if we want to defeat Donald Trump this November. It's no secret that Vice President Biden was not the favorite candidate of our movement or of young people more generally. And while Vice President Biden has done much good over his career, like many powerful politicians, he has also done harm. He has been on the wrong side of history for some of the most defining fights of our generation: mass incarceration, the Iraq War, NAFTA, and record deportations. So I want to ask that you keep speaking up, that you keep taking action, that you keep calling for what we need. Donald Trump cannot be defeated without historic youth enthusiasm. And that enthusiasm won't be generated without a bold platform and an authentic commitment to addressing the crises our generation faces. I know I'm not going to be doing this alone. As I step onto this task force, I'm taking each and every member of our movement with me. I'm taking my loved ones in India who I think about when I watch half a world away as monsoons worsen, as droughts deepen, and as the air grows really thick with pollution. I'm taking the farmers I met in Iowa struggling to protect their crops from floods and big ag. I'm taking communities I met in Paris, California, whose homes burned in wildfires. I'm carrying the stories of those in Detroit, Michigan, who live in 48217, the most polluted zip code in the state, and are fighting for their ability to breathe. I'm taking every young person who has been given hope by the movement for a Green New Deal. Because of them, because of you, I will fight as hard as I can for a platform that will do the most good for the most people. We've got a lot of work left to do, y'all. So keep organizing as though our lives depend on it. Keep organizing like you can feel the day when we will win in your heart. And keep fighting for somebody that you don't know. I can't wait to be able to see you all in the streets again.
Wait a minute. Can't wait to see you all in the streets again. Can't wait to see you all in the streets again. So she's been out in the streets. This is a wrapped up deal. Black Lives Matter. Let me break down a couple things here. Give me number. Hold on. Let's look at number one. Number one, we'll go through here this morning. Joe Biden Sanders Task Force unveil progressive platform after months of negotiation. Interesting, right? Let's go to number two. Biden Dem platform recommendations signal concessions to Sanders AOC wing on climate change. Platform doesn't include Medicare for all, but calls for faster timetable on tackling climate change. And here's the tweet number 3 from AOC. Of course, number 3, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Of course, like in any collaborative effort, there are areas of negotiation and compromise. But I do believe that climate task force effort meaningfully and substantively improved Biden's position. I encourage you to engage the document critically and offer feedback or questions. All right, leave that up there for a minute. Philadelphia, remember the Black Lives Matter. Look at the things they're paralleling and running together. A 5-year plan to transform police. They have a 10-year plan to transform. Watch the word transform. Remember the other day, Biden said he was going to transform America? Remember that? Was it just the other day? If he wins, he's not only going to restore, he is going to transform America. Remember that? Transform. He is toast. He is an old, white, crusty heel of a bag is what he is. Okay? I just showed you they're taking over. How long to watch the Democrat primaries while they've been hiding him in the basement? You have heard from me and other talk show hosts. I know Rush Limbaugh tells you that he will not run this country. He will not be president. He will not run the Oval Office. Okay? Shared agenda, unity. They have gotten together, okay, and they've got a shared agenda. Their goal is to bring the Bernie along this time. But who are they going to kick off the bus? How many more people can they kick off the bus? Now, do you predict that President Trump will Louisiana? But what about the Louisiana governor and the African-American woman in Louisiana, the state representative, that voted for and passed an abortion bill? What will the Democrat platform look like? I think this is the platform that takes them, you know, this is not knocking anybody that thinks the world is flat. So I got to be careful here, you know. If you think the world is flat. But for all those people, all those flat earthers out there, for you, okay, this is the platform, the 2020 Democrat platform that Joe will have to run on that will send that boat over the edge of the flat earth, okay, into the abyss. Yes, this will be it. If you don't understand what a platform is, and while they're doing a virtual debate, is so you don't see the platform no more than you have to, and everything's done. Democrats do everything behind closed doors. Everything. They are not transparent about everything, anything at all. It's all behind closed doors. So what's happening out there? Virtual convention, platform. If you don't understand, if you have the power and you bring enough delegates and you have the power to sit down and put the platform together, you write a platform. Now, your nominee, when I say people don't understand, your nominee is running for the party. Trump is running for the Republican Party. He is who won the nomination. He is the Republican candidate. Biden is a Democrat candidate. They're supposed to get together at a convention and write their platform, make platform changes. There's rules to the platform. If you want to change something, you got to do this. It's got to be voted on several different ways, and they change the platform. Then your candidate is supposed to come out and run on the platform, and I wonder if we will see the Democrat platform helping write the Democrat platform. She said it. They're helping write the Democrat. There's no secret. Biden was not their favorite. That's not a secret. Biden wasn't their favorite. But if he will do what we tell him, like other white people, Biden's been on the wrong side. Mass incarceration, NAFTA. Well, young lady, I don't know if you realize, Donald Trump got rid of NAFTA. It's a USMCA now. And actually, the Mexican president said he likes us. And record deportation. This is going to be a bold platform. They're globalist. They want you to keep organizing, keep organizing. We will see you in the streets. Okay. Let me see if I have anything else on that as this morning. And then I want to wrap up with a couple quick things. Number six, before we change off of this, because this is a Republican. He's Mayor Rizzo, right? If you know anything about Philadelphia, you knew Mayor Frank Rizzo, okay? Frank had friends. Mayor Frank Rizzo had friends, but everybody liked Frank Rizzo. The Democrats liked him. The Republicans liked him. Organized crime liked him. You name it. They liked Mayor Rizzo. Why? Everybody was working. You know, the one time Mayor Rizzo's running, right? And this goes in the Wayback Machine. And I asked somebody, there's some people in Philly. I said, hey, why do people like Mayor Rizzo in Philly? He said, the guy said, you know what? We all know, Frank Rizzo, he's got some friends. We all know that. We all know he's not on the up and up, right? But when Rizzo is mayor, everybody has a job and nobody cares. So on Saturday, May 30th, the police stand near a vandalized statue of former Philadelphia Mayor Frank Rizzo. Why? Okay, this is who they are. Here is number 7. Remember, she is the, I can't pronounce her name, number 7. She is Black Lives Matter Philadelphia chapter, right? 5 years, defund the police. Defund the police. Let me tell you what will be in the Democrat platform. Defund the police will be in the Democrat platform, okay? It will be. They'll write it in a way to try to mask it, but it'll be there. Reorganize our community safety project or something. Medicare, Medicare for all. It'll be in there. It'll be in there. All of it will be in there. Number 8, Philadelphia. Demonstrators chant Tuesday, June 2nd at Rittenhouse Square in Philadelphia during a protest over the death of George Floyd, okay? Here is Keisha Lance Bottoms, okay? All right. Here she is, number 9. She is positive now, but she has no mask, and she has several around her with no mask, and she is protesting, okay? Here is number 10. Mitt Romney won't go to the Republican convention, but he will. He did wear a mask, folks. You got to admit he wore a mask, but he will march with Black Lives Matter, but he's not going to go to the convention. Here is Mayor number 11, Tom Wolf, Governor Tom Wolf of Pennsylvania, in his Black Lives Matter march. Here is number 12. Now, if you don't recognize her from her communist perch in the capital of Michigan, this is an elbow bump by Christie, is it Whitmer, right? The governor of Michigan. Hey, bro, give me some elbow. Bro, give me some elbow. That's what I do. It's mine. That's mine. Don't take it. Bro, give me some elbow. That's mine. Don't take it. Okay. Number 13, she's in prayer with him, right? Okay. Now look at these crowds, right? Do you see the research? We're going through some things. Okay, going through some things. All right. Number 15, we're going to be painting. We don't have the money to go to school. We got to defund the cops. But number 15, New York City, to start Trump Tower Black Lives Matter mural on there. Okay. Number 16, Fifth Avenue. There's 16. But all of the people and the Black Lives Matter and the protests, there's been no real testing and data put out. But number 17, we knew this one was coming, right? Top Tulsa health official. Trump rally likely led to coronavirus surge. Oh, now we see the data. Number 18, we knew they were going to sell this, right? This is one of the can't open schools. You can't open schools. We got data now. Number 18, Trump campaign now reports 8 staff members tested positive. Okay. Number 19, Tulsa sees spike in COVID-19 cases after Trump rally in June. Okay. You know, read that headline again, right? Trump rally. That's like James Carville. Okay. Now, James Carville goes on, and James Carville says his MO is say it, Stick with it. Move with it. Don't break. Okay? You have no idea what's going on, but say it anyway. Here it is. See, after June rally, like James Carville. Well, all we knew is last night 3 Republicans drove through town, and, little Janie's pregnant this morning. Now, we're not saying the Republicans had anything to do with it, but we do know they drove through town, and we do know her mama called us today and said little Janie's pregnant. Now, we're not saying that had anything to do with the Republican Party or the Republicans that drove through town, and we don't even know how many stops they made, but we know little Janie's pregnant. What the hell? Right? That's James Carville. This is 19. Right? We know after that. Here it is, number 20. I don't have a lot of time. 20. Read it and weep. Number 22. GOP senators skipping convention. This is like you really care. This is my like you really care segment. Here it is, number 25. They don't want to open schools, Jack, and they don't want a convention, and they don't want you to see Republicans. Number 25, Jacksonville lawyers sue to stop Florida part of GOP convention. And number 28, Houston mayor cancels Texas GOP convention, right? CNN's in on it. Let me give you that. Number 29. COVID-19 cases in Tulsa spiking 2 weeks after the rally. Okay. Let me make sure that I haven't forgotten anything. I want to make sure. I know it's right now 9:59. There's a couple here I wanted to make sure we got to. Number 43. Gilmer County responds to probate judge test positive for COVID-19. Now, Gilmer County Courthouse is going through a deep clean tomorrow. This is the probate judge, Scott Chastain in Gilmer County. He did test positive. He was at a revival at a church when he contracted COVID. We don't know how many. They're suspected a total of 4, could be more. The pastor has been tested. There's no confirmation on whether he's positive or not. They're getting the word out to everybody. But if you're concerned about the revival that was held, if you may have been there, I know people that were there. If you're concerned about the courthouse and what's going on there, Lonnie Adams has done 2 stories. Go to fetchyournews.com, Gilmer County, read all the stories, and you will be up to date. Okay. Let me throw this one out here. I know it's 10 o'clock, number 45. How united are Democrats? Data point offers a hint. They're not united. They are in disarray. Yes, they are in. Joe will not be president. Here's 46. And I do want to slide through to see if I didn't forget anything. I do have some. Yes, number 60, Vindman is gone. Number 60, key impeachment witness Vindman retires from the Army, citing Trump's bullying, intimidation, and retaliation. Okay. Number 62, in a win for Trump, Supreme Court allows plan for religious limits on Obamacare contraceptive coverage. We will get into that tomorrow. Number 63, the Supreme Court just gave a Republican powerful new weapon. Here's number 64. That was 3, now 4, 64, sorry. And I've got to get to this one right here. Vernon Jones, you can find this on fetchyournews.com. Also, all across anywhere on the website. Number 68, it's also on national. This went national. We have it. We were sent. Thank you, our good friend Vernon Jones. Jones, I am black. I am a Democrat, but I ain't voting for Joe Biden this November. He has written an op-ed that you can find on fetchyournews.com. And 27 or 72, not 27. I transpose numbers and letters. I'm sorry. That's why the people call me a moron when I read. But 72, not 27. 72, New York Times columnist urges Biden not to debate Trump unless POTUS agrees to 2 conditions. We're going to talk about that with the panel tomorrow. And here's the one coming out from the Supreme Court, may be out already. I haven't checked into it. Supreme Court decision number 73, likely Thursday in fight, number 73, over tax returns, okay, for financial records for Trump. I'm your host, BKP. We will be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. at Sycamore Crossing in downtown Blue Ridge. We'll have a special all-star panel. We'll be talking and getting some background and detail on the arrest of Maxwell that actually goes along with several other things I don't have time for. But we'll have Ask the Doc, and we'll have the all-star political panel. We'll have North Georgia Senior Living. And I got a note, our pet of the week may not be there. But thank you for your text and concern. I'm ready to go. At 4 o'clock today, I'm going to, is it Dawson Gun and Pawn? Is that what it is? Dawson Gun and Pawn. I'm going to be there at 4 o'clock. Congressman Doug Collins is going to participate in a roundtable, a Second Amendment roundtable discussion. Take us out of here. We'll see you tomorrow morning.